Alright, we've got a new truck to test out today. Welcome to a new run on American Truck Simulator. Got a 379. I'm going to put the link to this truck in the description. Short run today, but before I go through it, or get to the run, I just want to kind of go over the truck a little bit and some of the options and stuff. So, it's an old school 379 by Joslin Gaming. Top-notch truck, actually. Really top-notch. But, that's how she looks. I've got it customized to the way I want to do it. We've got a 3406 cat in it, 18-speed transmission, custom visor, different pipes, bumpers with lights on it and everything like that. But we're just gonna go ahead and get into it, kind of some things that you can do to it. So, granted, I'm not going to buy a new one, another one that I don't need, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way here. Click on this. But, right off the bat, we've got some things here. We've got a 36-inch cab. There's a 48, 63. There's a day cab version and a sleeper version. Some engines here. There's Detroit's, all kinds of Detroit Series 60s, different horsepowers. There's some C15s. You've got a couple of Cummins N14s. Some more. There's another C15, but then you've got all these options for a 3406, and this is what we're running right here, the 550. Transmissions, yeah, you've got 3. Interior, there really isn't any interior options really to speak of. Paint, you've got a few different options here. Nothing, I guess, real crazy serious here. So, but with options here, of course, you've got some different options for your visor. I mean, that one's not bad, I guess, but we've got just a normal stock one. There's this one that you can put lights on it. Of course, that's the one I'm running here. But you've got some bumpers here, a couple bumpers. There's this one, you can't really add anything. This one's the one that I have. You can add your lights and stuff. Of course, you can change out your wheels and shit like that. But, just kind of your basic options. You can do, let's see. Pipes. You've got those. That's what I'm running. You got straight stacks, and then there's just that and those, which I don't really particularly care for, but that's what we're running here. Fenders. You've got a few different options for fenders, and of course those you can put lights on, but that's the one I'm running here. Let's see. Is it this one here? No. Yeah, real light. Tail lights. So you've got the normal stock ones, and I've got the panel on there. So that's really about it. You've got a chrome or paint whale tail. And then there's a chrome wrap for that, but not really a shit ton of options for it. So, and on the inside, I really didn't do anything on the inside because, well, for me, it really doesn't add anything, doesn't do anything. But you've got like navigation thing here. Oh, that one doesn't really do anything. There's nothing in that menu, so. That's the visor. Here you've got some options for some CVs. That's really about it. You've got some stereos. Which that one doesn't work, so. Aftermarket green, red, white. There's a purple one. There's a speaker spot. And that's really about it, so. I mean, I wish there was more options, but it's not a bad truck at all. So, I mean, it actually is pretty nice. We're going to take a look on the inside here real quick. It's not bad. I mean, it is pretty nice. Obviously, it's the old style interior, which is kind of cool. There's a window back there. You know, you've got your closets and shit back here. Hardwood floors, which is kind of cool. But just some basic stuff. I guess that's a TV. But not bad. Not bad at all. But yeah. Like I said, this isn't going to be the new flagship thing. I might do 2 or 3 runs with this and then be on about my way. But, oh, oops. I was going to shut that off. I got to go over what we're doing. So, we're going from Moab to Price to the Centex up there. We've got iron pipes, 45,100 pounds. Plenty of time to do the run, all that kind of stuff. So, without further ado, let's get trucking here. Which actually need to get a screenshot real quick. This will take a second here. There. Works for me. So. Like I said, is it going to be a new permanent truck? No. But I thought I'd show it off. It ain't bad at all. The only problem with it is you can't see the mirrors. And I guess there is a bug shield too that you can put on there, but I mean, it don't sound bad, so like I said, is it gonna be the new truck? No, it's not. I'm gonna be back in the 389. Like I said, I'm gonna do a couple videos on this, and then go back to the 389. But you know, of course, 379 was a flagship machine for quite a while, so. But then of course 07 was the last year. You know which ones are older based on this dash here. I want to say, was it 97 was the last year for this? 97, 99, something like that. But
go straight on. That's right.
Not a bad truck. I wish there was a few more options on it, but hey, whatever. And not being able to see the mirrors is kind of a, yeah, I don't like that so much. And there's no steering wheel options. I wished it would have been, you could have used stocks, you know, had a more of a selection there, or be able to use the DLC steering wheels, but overall, I do like it. It's loud, it's old school. Yeah, you know. But no, I got back into watching My Crazy X. I've talked about that in my farming simulator videos, but yeah, definitely some whack jobs on that. One guy was sneaking away from his girlfriend to go shoot porn. There was one that believed he had been abducted by aliens. So yeah, I was like, wow. There was one, he, for a reason, in the job interview used a English accent and then proceeded to talk with an English accent for how long? Yeah, I was like, wow. I don't know. There's, like I said, there's some pretty crazy people on there. But probably one of the best ones was this guy. He dated this chick, literally went on maybe a few dates with her. And he ends up working with her. You know, everything's fine, whatever. They seem to be friends, everything else. So he's telling her about this, his wife. He's having some kind of issue, and I can't remember what the hell it was. But, you know, hey, whatever, let's just hang out, okay? So he takes her to some work picnic or something like that, brings his wife and introduces him and everything else, and his wife's like, wow, I can't believe that you didn't say she was that pretty, blah, blah, blah. Well, whatever. So, but everything seems to go nice. And they go out for supper one night all together, whatever. And she ends up saying how they dated. Well, he had forgot to tell his wife about it. Well, anyways, so next thing you know, his this chick at work keeps getting threatening emails. So he's like, oh my god, is my wife that psycho? Does she really, do that? So he confronts his wife about it, and she's like, no, I've never sent anything like that. Come find out the chick that he used to date, went on 3 dates with, that he works with now. Yeah, she had the hots for his wife and was in love with his wife. I was like, seriously? That's kind of fucked up. Oh shit, I merged the wrong one. Oh well, whatever. But yeah, turns out had the hots for his wife. I was like, are you fucking serious, bro? I was, half expecting, it to be one of her ex-boyfriends or some shit, but no, or to even try to go after him. But the guy's wife, really? I was like, fucking wow. I was like, that's pretty special. But yeah, that show is, well, it's on Tubi. I've talked about it before, like I said, but yeah, they there's definitely some wackos on that fucking show. Some people who are not very mentally balanced. But
Get ready to turn left.
so I gotta go this way. And then, okay.
Turn left.
But then there was one. This chick had dated this pro basketball player, and so they end up she ended up getting clingy or whatever, and then she ends up dating this other guy, and he thinks she's awesome. Hey, she's into sports and everything else, and he's like, but then the next thing I know, she's paying attention to all his games and everything else, and yeah, he's like, he decided he was going to surprise her with
Get ready to turn left.
some basketball tickets, and
Turn left.
she seriously, some podunk little driveway here. Okay. He said, so he decides he's gonna surprise her with some basketball tickets, and that's when she decided to run out in the court and lunge at him and try to get this pro basketball player back. So I was like, wow.
Safe and sound, snug as a bug.
Alright, let's see where they want this beast. But no, I, with a old school truck like this, I thought I'd go with a pretty old, typical old school engine for these, which is the 3406. A lot of them had 3406s. Ooh. There's not a stretch option, but without the bunk fairings on there, it kind of gives it a stretched look anyway. And the suspension is actually pretty badass. The suspension seems to work. It's like really realistic on it, so. Oh boy. This is gonna be fucking fun. So somehow how are we gonna pull this one off? Well, now I know what I should have done. Oh, Jesus. I should have pulled it up that way. But I think we can get her figured out here. But yeah, actually not a bad done truck. It is pretty nice. I wish there was more skin options, which I messaged the guy, Jocelyn Gaiman, the one that made this truck, if there was any skin templates available for it, so I can start making a few skins for it. But I think this is going to be a truck that we use just once in a while. Like I said, no, it's not going to be the new permanent thing. I'm going to end up going back to the 3D9, but it's just one of those trucks that I think it's going to be nice to just use it once in a while, do a couple videos, you know, to switch back and forth. I've got a Pinga edit of the W900. I might use that one of these days too, but the 3D9 is just going to still be the main truck that I'm going to be using probably 95% of the time, but it'd be nice just to have a couple different options here. But I will say this, the shorter wheelbase is actually coming in handy for this one. Maybe. Let's do something a little bit different here. Ooh, that's a cool screenshot. We're going to go ahead and hit that one. But yeah, this is supposed to be a 96, I guess. So that's why it's kind of the goofy looking stand-up sleeper. But overall, not bad. I do definitely like the truck. So, like I said, do I wish there was more options? Yeah. You know what? Beggars can't be choosers. So, I just happened to look to see if there was one that looked nice, and so I was like, yeah, what the hell? But it seemed like the other ones, like Pingas, didn't work for me. So, and the Outlaw version, for a reason, didn't work on mine. So I ended up finding this just on a whim, and I was like, let's see if it works, and sure enough it does. So you can check out his Facebook page too, Jocelyn Gaming. But I am going to put the link to the mod in the description so you guys can go use it and go check it out. But yeah, overall pretty happy with the truck. I mean, it looks nice, drives nice, sounds nice. I'm assuming he used Creech Bomb's engine pack, so but yeah, it looks pretty sweet. I do definitely dig it, but that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video. But like I said, I'll go ahead and leave the description, the link for this in the description, so you can go ahead and check it out. But anywho, so till the next run, guys. Well, we're actually probably going to be using this again in the next run, but till the next run, guys, take her easy and happy trucking.